Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Jackson number 20-876P, or just 2876P. This is a door closer arm is what this is. And I can tell you some other things about it. But before I tell you what I do know about this, I want to say that C.R. Laurence can't tell us a lot about this. So this video will serve as visual representation and visual recording of what the item is. I'm going to give the dimensional properties. And here's what I do know about the arm. This is an arm that's used on the current Jackson branded C.R. Laurence overhead concealed door closers. That's number one. Number two, this is a side load arm, meaning that when the arm is attached to the top of the door, and when you take the entire door and get it connected to the spindle coming out of the closer body from the header of the frame, you do that from the face of the door, or from what's called the side of the door, rather than the end of the door, like an end load arm would be. End load arms are quite common sorts of applications. There can be circumstances by which an end load arm is not permissible to use. There are circumstances by which a side load arm may not be permissible to use, namely that you're going to take and cut a notch in the actual face of the door so that you can get the door put down on the pivot and then tip it in, where this arm will mate to the spindle, and you're going to use the mounting hardware, not included by the way, and I'll give you that part number in a moment, to tighten it and secure it down. Okay, so it's a side load arm, and well, that mounting package is a 20-879. That's going to give you a bolt package. The bolts, the plate, the bolts to secure the spindle and arm together. Okay, let's get into the dimensional properties of this item. And this is intended to obviously help you determine if this is correct. Overall length, 10 inch. Overall width out here, about 1 inch and 7/16. Inside height of the notch for the side load, about 2 inch. Okay. Thickness of the arm, 1/2 inch. And that appears to be consistent all the way down. Now let's study where the screws are from the end. So about an 8 3/4, and then down to about 9 13/16. These are the bolts that you will use through the face of the door, one on each side. And what you can do is, as you tighten or loosen, one bolt will be this way, the other bolt will be this way, and you can tailor those so that you can take and move the door in and out to adjust, to make any final adjustments, is why that's there. That notch depth, okay, it's about 3/8 of an inch. Now the size of the prep for the spindle, I'm going to use my caliper for that so we can be accurate, real accurate. Okay, the width of that prep is 0.560. So basically 5/8, 0.560 in this dimension. Then the overall depth, that's going to be 0.539 inch. So just light on 5/8 from here to the inside. Okay. Then these two large slotted preparations, just to allow you to, again, just to help determine. You can see where those fall in relationship to the door closer arm. It's a very common and typical arm, and it's very likely going to be exactly what you need. I would prefer to have a technical sheet, an actual drawing from the manufacturer, a factory original description of where it's used, what bill of material it's coming off of in terms of the greater assembly. But there are times when the vendor, the customer service people at the vendor don't have access to the engineering information, and the distributor doesn't have access to the engineering department. So we're sometimes stuck with doing the best that we can, and that is indeed the case for the Jackson 20-876P side load arm. My name is Rich Howard. If you have any questions on the Jackson 20-876P, we'll do the best that we can to answer the question. Thank you very much.